Science will be abbreviated. It'll be pretty quick today, and I'm going to give you guys some time to explore weather on Pebble Go as well today. So just some different things to look forward to. But we're going to start off today looking at our weather and what today's temperature is so we can continue tracking it. On Wednesday, our temperature was
78. 70.
On Wednesday, remember, we're checking in between 8:30 and 9:30 in the morning. So on Wednesday, between that time, our temperature was
53 degrees.
Yesterday, on Thursday, our temperature was
48.
And today, at, what time is it? 9:05, so right around the same time again. Our temperature today is 54 degrees and sunny. So important to see there that we do have that sunny factor in things yet again. Typically when it's pretty sunny, it's what?
Hot.
It's going to be warmer during the day during that time. We're going to take a look at our radar and see what that looks like, see if anything's changed on it. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
So again, when we look at that weather radar map, this is a map, and we can zoom all the way into where we live. So if we have weather patterns right above us, we can see what's right next to us, what's coming our way, and weather or radar maps can show you which direction it's traveling. When we look at it, I've zoomed out so that we can see all of Nebraska and some of the surrounding states. We see all of Nebraska and some of the surrounding states. We're going to be right there where we see that little pin. I can then zoom out even more, and we can see more of our country. Really, around that whole middle part of our country right there, we don't have anything going on. It also makes sense because is there anything really happening to the east of us?
Well, a little, but not.
Now, weather travels from the west to the east in the United States. It's going to travel from the west to the east. So it would make sense that there's nothing going on over here, right? Because our weather for the past few days has been what? Hot, sunny, very mild. It's nothing been crazy. And so that any weather patterns are going to travel this way across the country. So they're not going to have much going on. Now, it's not perfect because there are storms that travel from the ocean up and will hit the coast that we would never see. There are going to be things that happen in the west that clear up and never make it over to us. But just generally, those weather patterns are going to flow across our country from west to east. So in the east, it's relatively mild. There's not a lot going on. But when we look to the west of our country, what do we start to see over here a little bit?
Rain.
That green, which is going to be that rain. It makes sense because you guys know what we have coming next week?
Snow.
Cold weather and snow. Now, over here, they don't get the cold temperatures that the middle of the country does. So any weather patterns that might start off as rain over here, as they travel and they get to colder temperatures, what's happening in the clouds?
It freezes.
It starts to freeze. So that's why we over here, once it hits, right here is going to be those Rocky Mountains. Once it hits those mountains and it's really cold, that's oftentimes where that snow comes in then. One side of the mountains will be really sunny, and one side will be really snowy because it hits that really cold piece and then it turns into snow. And then it's snow for a while across the country. But yep, our radar shows us there's not a lot going on. Now we can zoom out and we can look at other parts of the world.
What's the rain? Is that snow?
Ooh, now this is Alaska. What do we see up in Alaska?
Snow.
We have some blue going on there. Probably snow in parts of Alaska. We know it's cold there. Over here in Spain, what do they have a lot of right now?
Rain.
It will rain in Spain. So just different. Iceland's a pretty cold place. Trying to zoom out more, but it's not letting me, and that's okay.
What about Greenland?
These ones right here, this dark blue is not weather patterns going across. That's lakes. So just starting to see, we've done this before, which has been really cool, but very sad. We've looked at the weather radars during hurricane season. And you really see those patterns flowing up of swirling winds, like the storms are swirling even on the radars as they travel up through the country. But This is good just to know. You can look at a radar map and start to see what weather's coming. If you want to know what weather you might be getting soon, you look to the west of us. Perfect.